Welcome. I hope you are doing well. Let's quickly go through this budget for December of Mr. Kulu. Okay, they are saying Mr. Kulu, a father of 3 children, earns a net salary of 18,350 per month after deductions. He budgets every month as follows. Okay, we are given table 2, and table 2, Mr. Kulu's budget for December, they are saying. Okay, and then when we look at table 2, we have column 1. This is column 1. This is the first column, even though the first column is divided into 2, but let's just treat it as a single column because this information goes together. And we have this other column. It means these two columns has sub columns. Okay, we can say. So when we look at the first column, that is where we see the monthly income. So the first column is showing us the monthly income, and then we have salary after deductions, which is 17,800 rand, and we have housing subsidy, which is 550 rand. Okay, the housing subsidy is the money that Mr. Kulu earns for housing. Okay, and then when we look at column number 2, that is where we are going to see the monthly expenditure or the expenses. This is the money that Mr. Kulu spend monthly. This is the money that Mr. Kulu spend for some services. Okay, and this one is the money that Mr. Kulu earns or receive. Okay, so that is the income, the money that Mr. Kulu receive, and the expenditure is the money that Mr. Kulu spend for some services. Okay, we have bond repayment, which of which he spent 4,100 rand, municipality rates 475 rand. As you can see, there is no need for us to read it out. Let's simply save time. Okay, and then let's look at this one. We can see here we have A. There is a missing value. There is a missing expense here. They did not tell us how much does Mr. Kulu spend on clothes and cell phones. Obvious, since they have written A, just know that there will be a question that requires us to calculate the value of A. Every time when they write something like this, just know that they will want you to calculate the value of A and the value of B yourself. Okay, so they have given us some information here that will help us calculate the value of A. This information here is very important because it is the one that is going to help us calculate the value of A. We have 12% of the total monthly income. They are giving us this additional information so that we understand that the clothes and cell phone expenditure is actually 12% of the total monthly income. Where is the total monthly income? The total monthly income is the sum of these amounts. Okay, and they have already calculated it they have already calculated it. It is here. This is the total of this amount. So this is the total monthly income, and 12% of this money is going to be spent on clothes and cell phones. So that is how we are going to calculate A. I hope you get that part, ladies and gentlemen. And then we have total. We have total, or the value of B. The value of B is going to be the total what? The total expenditure. So it means that we will have to sum everything in this column. We will have to add everything in this column. Okay, so here is the mistake that I usually see learners commit. Okay, they calculate the value of A and they find that the value of A, for an example, it's 500, and when they calculate the value of B, they forget to add the 500 there. They add only these numbers and they say it is the value of B. That is wrong, ladies and gentlemen. When you calculate the total or the value of B, you add everything, including the value of A that you have calculated yourself. So please do not make that mistake. You add everything in this column when you want the total or the value of B. So I hope we are together. I hope you are following very well. So now let's do the questions. Question 1.1 says name one fixed expense. Okay, what is meant by fixed? Fixed, when we say something is fixed, we mean that it does not change. Okay, that is happening with my TV. Okay, all right, it's fine. It means that it does not change. It does not change. When we say something is fixed, it means that it does not change. It does not change. Just like the location of your school. The location. Where is your school located? The location of your school. The location of your school is fixed. The location of your school is fixed. The location of your school is fixed. Come Monday, you'll find that the location is the same. You come Wednesday, you'll find that the location is the same. It will never change. That is a good example of a fixed thing, you know. Okay. So remember, when we say something is fixed, we mean that it does not change. It stays the same. It stays the same. Yes, it stays the same. So now let's go to the expense, because they want us to write down a fixed expense. Okay, this is where we are going to see expense on the second column. Okay, this is where we are going to see expenses, and we are looking for the ones that are fixed. Okay, so let's look at it. Once they want you to provide or to write down a fixed expense, just always look for something that is an installment. Always go for something that is an installment. When you pay an installment, the money does not change. If you pay a car installment, for an example, if you pay 4,000 per month, you will always pay 4,000 per month. Okay? That is a fixed expense. You'll always spend 4,000 per month for your car. Okay? So if I'm giving you a tip, every time when they want you to write down a fixed expense, just look for car installment, not car installment, because sometimes we get that it's something else that we are paying installment for. Just look for something that is an installment. Okay, in this one we have a car installment. It is fixed. All right. There are many fixed expenses here. Even the school fees, it is a fixed expense. Let's look for something else. What else can we say it is fixed? Let's check. The bond repayment, and the municipality rate. Okay, we have four fixed expenses. They wanted us to write one, so you may choose one. Okay, let's just choose car installment. I'm giving you a tip. Always go for something that is installment if you seems to struggle understanding what are fixed expenses. So when they want you to write down one fixed expense, look for something that is an installment, or look for rent. Okay, rent and installment are your go-to. Okay, are your number one go-to. Then a car installment. Install. Where is this installment? Okay. Now you take your 2 marks, and then they say, 1.2. They are saying Mr. Kulu calculated that the value of A is 2,202 rand. Show how Mr. Kulu calculated A, the amount for money he anticipates spending on clothes and cell phone in December. Okay, we have already discussed how are we going to get the value of A. So let's do that. The value of A is actually 12% of the total income, and we have been given the total income. There is no need for us to calculate, to add 17,800 and 550, because the addition is already done for us, or the sum is already done for us. So it's 18,350. So now, how do we get the percentage of an amount? We take the percentage, which is 12%, we divide it by 100, and then we multiply it by the money that we want the percentage of or for. Okay, and then let's grab our calculator. Let's see this percentage. So it's gonna be 12 divided by 100, then multiply by 18,350. So it's 2,202. So it's 2,202. Okay, so that's how you were going to score your 2 marks. So some learners write this. Some learners write this calculation like this, which is also correct. So when they are given the percentage and they want to calculate the percentage of some amount, they write like this. They say 12% multiplied by 18,350 350 divide by 100. Okay, this is also correct. This is not wrong. So they say 12 multiplied by 100, or not 100, multiplied by 18,000, the money that they want to calculate the percentage of, and then they divide by 100. Okay, as you can see, we are also getting 2,202. All right, so this is also correct, ladies and gentlemen. 2,202. This is also correct. So this is it is actually one and the same thing. Okay, depending on how you write it, but it's mathematically one and the same thing. Let's continue. Okay, 1.3, they are saying calculate the total expenditure. Okay, Kumbulala, remember that we have calculated and we found that this is 2,202. All right, and then they want us to calculate the total expenditure. We said we are going to get the total expenditure by adding all these amounts, and please don't forget to include the amount that you have calculated yourself, or the value of A. So when we put this all this money together, what are we getting? Okay, so you are simply going to add all these amounts, add all these amounts. So when you add these amounts, you are going to get 16,122. When you add all these amounts, okay, you must get 16,122. Okay, let's go to 1.4. 1.4, they are saying, all right, before we jump to 1.4, as you can see, I have just written the answer only here. Do not do this in an exam room. I'm just doing it for saving time. Okay, write, or let me say, show your calculations. I'm just doing this just to save time. But when you don't have to write the answer only, please show your calculations. Show where you are adding these numbers. Show where you are adding all these numbers, okay? And then I hope we are clear. Let's go to question 1.4. They are saying How much money does Mr. Kulu have left after paying all his expenses? How much money does Mr. Kulu have left after paying all his expenses? All his expenses cost him 16,122. So in order for us to get the money that Mr. Kulu remain with, we have to say, okay, let's calculate it here. We have to say, okay, money that Mr. Kulu is left with, okay, is equal to, in order for us to get the money that Mr. Kulu will be left with after paying all his expenses, okay, we must say the income, the total income, subtract the total income, subtract the total expenditure. The total income is 18,350. 18,000. It's 18,350. Then subtract the total income, or the total expenditure, which is 16,122, which is 16,122. And then he receives 18,350, he spent 16,122, and how much money will he be left with? Okay, so we have to say 18,350 minus 16,122. Okay, this will give us 2,228. 2,228. Okay, he will be left with 2,228, of which is going to be his profit. I hope you understand, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope it was helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Okay.